Hey guys, it's your boy Kenny Boulder with another Pokemon video, and today we have some pictures we're going to go over and look at for various cases of people trying to sell Pokemon cards on Facebook Marketplace. And so without further delay, we'll go look at some stuff. Some of this might be kind of funny, some of this might be kind of cringe, and it's just an idea to go over what the market looks like right now. So first off the bat, I want to emphasize a lot of the stuff is going to be from this year. People are going to be selling, flipping Mega Evolutions, Prismatic Evolutions, Destined Rivals string together. It is stuff from this year. And so I saw one, Pokemon Regions Kanto buy, sell, trade, all-star contributor 18 hours ago. Want to sell Mega Sleeve Packs, $8.35 shipped, selling in denominations 140, many available, Zelle, PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, Crypto. And you have some bananas right there. So this guy is selling some bananas as well. He has what appears to be a white flare ETB as well, Costco pack, and a bunch of these just stacks, hundreds of stacks of Mega Evolutions, and of course ETBs all over there as well. And I just want to highlight that this is the problem right now. This is what we're seeing in the Pokemon hobby, is that people are scalping Pokemon cards at an insane rate. And the truth about all this is that we're seeing scalpers basically just buy as much as they possibly can in an effort to basically make as much money as they can. And so these kind of pictures are just wild for me. And of course, it's just like wild to see these kind of, like, why would you put bananas on top of Pokemon cards? I don't get that. I don't understand why you would do that in the first place. But again, some of these scalpers will just put stuff at random places, and yeah, again, I made a video about this earlier, that the hoarding aspect of Pokemon card collecting, again, this is just a sample size of scalpers buying out everything and hoarding as much product as they can in the hopes that they can flip it and resell it. And I have another picture as well. Again, these are pictures that either I found or viewers like you sent it to me. So here's another picture. This is from Pokemon Cards Houston, All-Star contributor 5 hours ago. This is Mega Evolutions for sale. And of course, I love like the sarcasm here that says, not for trade. Like, bro, you gotta be kidding me. Like, how embarrassing is it that you have to like literally write this, not for trade? And of course, there's just scalpers. They're all 100% scalpers. Look at this. ETBs, $100. Booster bundles, $55. Located in this area for pickup only. Thanks. And of course, you have all this stuff here. ETBs lined up. You have all the booster bundles here, and then you have all these boxes just lying around. Look at that. Hundreds of boxes all over this place. This guy is a bona fide scalper, and obviously he is a proud scalper at that. I mean, these people here love flipping Pokemon cards. That's their whole thing. Their whole career, because, I keep saying they're unemployed because they are unemployed. And you got some decent reactions. You got 46 likes here, upvotes. You have 34 comments. So people are interested. And I know what you're about to say. Oh man, Kenny Boulder, he's offering an ETB for $100. He's still marked up as scalper prices, bro. Like, come on. Obviously, these ETBs, he probably got for $55. $60 maybe max. And now he's flipping for $100. Booster bundles are usually at, I would say, $30 at max. And he's selling them for $55. He's making $45 per ETB. And he's also making double a booster bundle. And according to all these pictures here, he has a fuck ton of Pokemon cards. And I just think that we're in the spotlight here where people are just actively doing this to make as much money as they can. And I don't like that. I really hate that. I hate this concept of the greedy scalpers, resellers are just buying as much as they can, and they're flipping it and reselling to poor customers. And I get it. If you live in the Houston area, Pokemon Cards Houston, this guy here is just buying all the Pokemon cards. So he's flipping everything, he's reselling everything, and yeah, this is your competition right now. I got another picture right here from, and again, these are all just trade groups. Pokemon card buy, sell, trade. For sell / for trade, Mega Evolutions, punch crystal emoji. 10 Psyduck 3-pack blisters, $40 each, 39 of taking 5 or more, 38 of taking all. 135 sleeve packs, $12 each. $11 of taking 10 or more, $10 of taking 15 or more, or $9 taking all. So obviously booster packs are about $5.50. He's basically asking you to double his money. Triple his money if you buy, 12 bucks each basically, but this is insane, dude. Prices are OBO. Feel free to make an offer. Handshake emoji. $5 shipping. $150 orders shipped for free. PayPal, Venmo. Let me know if you need additional pictures or specific videos or anything. Camera emoji. Reputable seller with 125 positives and 0 negatives in PTF, whatever that is. I think that's Pokemon trade. I don't know. Feel free to ask for the link. It's thicker than a Snicker. What the fuck, dude? This is insane. And obviously, you can see this right here. This guy probably is a rip and shipper or a vendor. And he has all these booster packs here. He has some various cards here. He had me, a booster bundle right there. Scarlet and Violet, Crown Zenith, and a bunch of Psyduck Tri-Blister, blisters. And again, this was a couple weeks ago when Mega Evolutions first came out, where people were going goo goo gaga for it. And I just want to highlight how silly this is and how goofy scalpers and resellers are. And then I have another picture as well. This one is from whoever this is. For sale, not for trade. Portion of my collection looking to sell. Looking at 90%, $2,500. Please PM me for interest. And of course, to send a picture of this. This is their collector USD. Their collector is worth $2,782, and they apparently bought most of this within the last 3 months, so 90 days ago. And this is why I have to call out the scalpers, because they're literally buying stuff in this very set, and they're trying to flip it. So it is all modern stuff. 151 booster bundles, Black Bolt Elite Trainer boxes, White Flare Trainer boxes, Prismatic Evolutions posters. And again, they just only want cash, baby. And of course, they posted a picture of this as well. This is posted today, the 12th. And then you see it, all these collector connection, 151 poster collectors, Zapdos boxes here, Charizard EX boxes, Cynthia's Garchomp boxes. You have even some binders for 151, from Prismatic, White Flare, Black Bolt, more surprise boxes, a bunch of booster bundles, Tri-Blisters as well. I mean, all this stuff is from this year. All this stuff is within the last 60 days. So this scalper, this reseller was like, I'm going to buy as much as I possibly can. And lo and behold, now suddenly I guess you have to buy something. Maybe there's some costs. Maybe you lost a job. You have to get rid of your stuff now. Or maybe the credit card debt, We're now entering October. You bought all this stuff early this year. And it's like, oh, I have all this Pokemon cards. I want to cash out now. Give me 90%. I want 90% now. So, again, looking for 90% for $2,500. So, if you bought this for approximately, I don't know, $1,200, $1,100, and now you're flipping for $2,500, you are making profit. You're making approximately $2,000 in profit. Because I get maybe not $2,000. I think that this amount of product is about maybe $900, $850 maybe. And now they're trying to flip it and resell it for 2 G's, So 90%, baby, 90% market. And you're going to have a lot of people who are going to lowball you. And no one's going to buy all this, unless you're a scalper or a rip and shipper, where you can flip it for double the amount. But I doubt that's going to be the case, because that is a lot of money to resell. And another one I saw, which really bummed me out, was about to have a fire sale officially laid off by Comcast. And this person posted their seal collection, which was $51,000. Okay? So this person has $51,000 worth of Pokemon cards, and they're getting laid off by Comcast. And they're selling everything. There's 50 sad emojis, 29 comments. First, the rarest item is going to be a Team Up Elite Trainer box. 151 Ultra Collection Mew case. That's, 4 UPCs for $2,413. And it's just sad, obviously this is a crazy collection here. And you have people like this happening. Oh, that's another one right here. We'll talk about that in a second. But, it's just unfortunate, man. People are getting laid off, and I get it. People like to have like Pokemon cards as that investment, as that asset, as liquidity. But if you get laid off, or what happens if you lose your job? What happens if you need to get a car repair? What happens if you need money? It's gonna be hard selling and get all this out into like people's, to people. And trying to get rid of $51,000 worth of Pokemon cards is crazy for me. And so obviously my heart goes to this person. It sucks. I'm sure this is a lot of stuff they've gathered. This is literally 50 grand worth of Pokemon cards. This, in my opinion, is life-changing money. Life-changing money. And unfortunately, it's in Pokemon cards. So you're going to have to spend a lot of time, a lot of effort. And I guess, arguably, yeah, if you're going to be unemployed, you're going to have a lot of free time to basically make that money back. But, I mean, maybe some of the stuff was bought at retail. So, yeah, they're getting a big payday, so to speak. They're probably going to be getting a lot of money from it. But my cautionary tale is that you're going to have to do a lot of work. And so if you have all this Pokemon cards and suddenly you're laid off or suddenly you lose your job, you're going to have to figure out how to get rid of that product pretty quick. Because you're going to have people who are going to lowball you. They're going to be like, yeah, I know you have a Team Up Elite Trainer box. I'll give you, $1,000 for it or something. They're going to like lowball you so hard. You're going to be like, yeah, 70%, 80% at market. Because I doubt you're going to find a buyer who's going to give you $2,500 for an ATB. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there are people out there who would gladly jump in and pick this up, because there's that Pokemon investor mindset. There's a lot of people using Collector. There's a lot of people who use it to basically catalog how much product they got, how much Pokemon cards they got, and I get it. Pokemon cards are worth a lot of stuff right now, and I think 51K is a lot of fucking money. That is crazy, dude. That is, good for you for having that much Pokemon cards, but it's going to be a long time to flip that and resell that, essentially. And I think it's going to be a challenge. Another one right here. This is sealed for sale, 80% for all. And this guy, again, used Collector. He has $1,200 worth of Pokemon cards. And he has an Elite Trainer box. Let's see what else. He has a Prismatic Evolutions EV pouch, bundles, and 6 151 booster bundles, and a sticker collection box. And so they're trying to get rid of it. They're trying to sell their stuff here. Again, it's for sale, 80% for everything. $1,200. They're trying to make it, they're trying to get $1,000 essentially. And you can tell the script is sealed only, is all stuff from this year. And this is my beef. This is where I'm having a problem with, is because scalpers and resellers are literally just buying everything as much as they can. Why does this person have 6 booster bundles of 151? I don't get it. I don't know why. And to me, it's just wild that we have people who buy all this product, and the moment they know that they need cash, they need liquidity, they're gonna flip it, and then they're gonna try to make their money back. And I guarantee you, no one's gonna be buying this. No one in their right mind would be like, yeah, I'll pay $75 to $80 for a 151 booster bundle. Because that is fucking crazy, bro. These booster bundles were $30 for retail, and obviously on this app it says it's worth $99. So they're gonna go out there and be like, hey, I want to sell this for almost $100, and I'll make you a deal. Again, I'll do 80%. So instead of selling it for $99, I'll sell it for $80. And so for me, it's like, this is so stupid, And obviously, having this much amount of Pokemon cards being this much is bonkers for me. I feel like the Pokemon bubble is real, and this is why I'm raising the flag, man. This is crazy. No one's gonna be paying and continually be paying for scalper prices. Scalper prices have gotten out of control. It's gotten embarrassing, and obviously for me, it's frustrating because I care about Pokemon. I want Pokemon cards to be available, to be accessible, to be where parents and kids can find stuff. But right now, the hobby is just full of dudes who just keep buying everything out. And the one moment they need cash, they need liquidity, they're going to try to flip it and resell it. And I'm going to be honest with you, these groups, they do have a lot of attention. And I feel like a lot of times it's either other scalpers buying from other scalpers, or, people who are trying to lowball people, and it's kind of trolling a lot of times. And there's a lot of people who also make fun of these guys as well. And I'm not going to go through all these comments because you can do it yourself in any group, on your Facebook Marketplace group or Facebook Pokemon group, because they're out there. And it's embarrassing sometimes because like you'll see people who are literally like they're only in it to make money. And they'll have no post history. They don't give a shit about Pokemon or the Pokemon themselves. They just care about how much they can make. And they'll be like, hey, for sale, not for trade, blah 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 blah. And it's like, bro, find an actual job. Find a job that pays a full income that gives you unemployment if you lose your job, or a retirement fund, or to your like, I don't know, like healthcare. And I feel like a lot of people don't realize this, is that being a scalper, being a reseller is the worst thing. If you go and look for other jobs one day, if you are trying to put your resume, are you really going to put down Pokemon scalper? Because I think that's just dumb, you know? And I get it, like the job market is hard right now. The job market's cooked. Jobs are not available. I know a lot of my friends are getting laid off and being unemployed, but like reselling Pokemon cards and being a scalper is not the way. And obviously there is a difference. If you lose your job and you have not even liquidate all your Pokemon cards, that's gonna be a lot of headache. And so I feel like for my logical financial brain, I don't think it makes sense to have all those Pokemon cards as like a piggy bank if you get laid off or something happens, because what happens you can't even do that? What happens you have a medical emergency and you literally cannot go and sell your Pokemon card collection? So I think my warning is that I think people should be in the hobby just to enjoy Pokemon, you know? That's like the biggest lesson of the day, is that if you care about Pokemon cards, if you just enjoy Pokemon, just enjoy it. Open the cards, have a good time. And it would drive me crazy knowing that I would have stuff that is worth like $2,000 in my, closet. Like, I think that's just like, it might feel like you're safe and secure, but I think it's actually a trap. That if you have all these Pokemon cards in your basement and sealed, what happens if there's flooding? What happens if there's damages? And I get it, there's insurance for like collectibles, but like, I'm just saying, like, this is a lot of trouble, a lot of work to have stuff that you have to plan and resell in a couple of years from now. And what happens, again, like, as this individual found out, if you get laid off? I think this is a serious question. Like, if you get laid off, you're going to have to figure out how to sell all that Pokemon cards, and you're going to have to find buyers who are willing to do that. I personally would never give anyone above retail. And that's just me. That's just my opinion. And I know some folks would be like, oh, I would, give them an arm and a leg to get some, like, vintage Pokemon cards. But, like, the problem is that it's not vintage anymore. Some of these cards are like less than 5 years old. I think Evolving Skies is blown up, and people are going goo goo gaga with Evolving Skies lately, but like, still, you're going to have a hard time finding buyers, and you're going to have to do piecemeal. I doubt no one's going to be like, yeah, I have 50K, take my 50K, and I want all your Pokemon cards. That's not going to happen. It's going to be like, hey, I want these Pokemon cards, and you're going to have to like go through the here and there. You're going to have to you have to like make a shop. And I don't know, like this will give me such an anxiety and a headache to try to unload my Pokemon cards, and I don't even know where to start. So the lesson of the day is, guys, be careful. Obviously, buy what you can afford. Don't buy as much as you can, Like, what happens if there's a rainy day and you need to have like actual savings? What happens if, 10, 20 years from now, the Pokemon card bubble bursts and you have all these fucking Pokemon cards that are worth nothing now? And for me, I would keep them. I love Pokemon. I expect to like share my Pokemon cards with people in the future. I expect to open stuff that I've had in my sealed collection years from now. I don't plan on selling my Pokemon card collection. I don't plan on getting rid of it either. And I get it. Some people have Pokemon card collections for their kids too. That's fair. Some people want to have their Pokemon card collection to open it later in 10 years, 5 years, whatever. But people right now in this hobby seriously are delusional, and they actually think in their head that, hey, I have these Pokemon cards and it's gonna be worth $10,000 in 10 years. And that's just like wild for me, because you're not gonna find that many people who are willing to pay $10,000 in cash for a box that was like, that they could have opened 10 years ago. I could be wrong, I don't know. These are just thoughts and opinions, and obviously I want to give a huge shout out to people who sent me these screenshots, people who want me to talk about this kind of story. So thank you so much, guys. Obviously, my heart goes to the person who lost their job. I think this is going to be a common story that's going to be happening for the next few months or a year, because I generally do think there's going to be a recession. And if it's one thing I want to highlight, is that commodities like this, Pokemon cards, Labubu's, these are indicators that there is going to be a recession coming in. And I guarantee you, when you're unemployed, laid off, or when the bubble bursts, there's going to be a lot of folks with a lot of Pokemon cards, and they're going to be finding not that many customers or buyers all of a sudden. So be safe out there, guys. Play smart, be smart, and thank you so much for watching my channel, guys. I'll see you next time. And if you have content you want me to cover, DM me, retweet at me, or email at me at gmail or thekennyboulder@gmail.com. And obviously, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, please like, subscribe, and comment. I'll see you next time, guys. Take care.